Hey everybody, my name is Michael Brown, CEO at Swept, and bringing you another video for the 21-day challenge. This video is about building a list. So there's a downloadable spreadsheet for you that you can go in and fill out all the information. I know you know how to fill out a list. That's not the purpose of the video. It's more about the maintenance. So this is the exact same outline that I used when I was cold calling when I owned a cleaning company. And what I found is actually interesting. I went back into my files to find this, and I looked at ones that worked out very well and ones that didn't. And the difference was how I maintained that list. So you're going to go on Google and Yelp and different things, and you've already watched the video about picking a target client, picking a niche, whether it's in a dentist office or daycare or whatever the case is. But once you go through and you enter, you start building this list out, and you make the calls, things start to get lost. So you've called someone, they've actually said, you know what, call me back in 3 months, and 3 months goes by and you didn't because you forgot about it, the list got put away or whatever the case is. So what I want to do is just give you a couple tips when you're putting this list together. First, go on search and put as many people down as you can. You don't want to put 3 or 4 people down and then start calling and get caught in that. Put as many people into the list as possible with as much information as possible before you start making your calls. Then when you start making your calls, and again, there'll be a video on cold calling, make sure you put the next action item. And I would highlight things in color. So if there's an item that I need to follow up on, I would highlight it in yellow. If they want you to call back in 3 months or 6 months, because that's when the contract for the other cleaning company is coming up, I would make a note, maybe put it in your calendar so you remind yourself in 3 or 4 months. But start segmenting things through. So, when there's five people you're contacting, it's not a big deal. When there's 100, it can start to get mixed up. And there's no reason in the early days to be spending a lot of money on a CRM to keep track of all of this. You can do it in a spreadsheet and it'll work really well for you, and it's totally free. So again, keep in mind when you're calling people, highlight the next action. If you start getting a lot of people who want you to follow up in 3 months or 6 months, copy and paste them out and put them down lower on the spreadsheet. Set a reminder for yourself, and that's basically it. Just make sure that you're color coding things and doing things in a way that you don't get lost, because it's a lot of hard work to get to this point, and you don't want to have that go away because you can't figure out who to call next.